When life forces a decision fast without losing ground. This video is for a specific person. You've had a health event or you've lost a partner and the house is simply too much to manage alone. Or the maintenance has reached a point where it's physically beyond what you can do and you realized you can't keep living the way you've been living. You need to move and you don't have 6 months to prepare. You're overwhelmed. Maybe your kids are pushing. Maybe you're pushing yourself. Either way, the timeline is compressed and the list of things to figure out feels impossible. I want you to hear this clearly. You are not the first person in this situation. I have helped many families through exactly this, and the path forward is more manageable than it feels right now. Let me tell you what we do. The most important thing you can do right now is to make one call, not figure everything out, not solve the stuff, not decide on the next home, just make one call. When we talk, I'll assess your situation in full, the timeline, condition of the home, what resources you have available, whether there's a family involved, and I'll build a realistic plan, not a generic checklist, a plan specific to you. That call costs you nothing and takes 30 to 45 minutes. After it, you have a very clear picture of what comes next and in what order. That clarity alone usually reduces the overwhelm significantly. Here's what the compressed timeline typically looks like when you're working on urgency. Week 1, I come out to the home. We walk through it together. I assess the condition and give you an honest recommendation. What to do, what to skip, and whether selling as is makes sense in your situation. Simultaneously, I connect you with an estate sale company if there's significant content to deal with. They can typically begin evaluation within days and run the sale within 2 to 3 weeks. The home doesn't have to be empty to list. We coordinate the timing. Week 2 to 3, professional photography, listing preparation, any quick cosmetic work if warranted. If as is the right call, we skip prep entirely, price accordingly, and list. Week 3 to 4, on the market. With the right pricing and preparation, well-located homes in the Twin Cities suburbs are typically receiving offers within 1 to 2 weeks, even in a compressed process. Your timeline to close, 30 to 45 days from listing in most situations. With a cash buyer, potentially faster. When there's no time or energy for preparation, selling as is often the right decision. Priced correctly, as is homes sell. Buyers who want a project exist in every market. Investors exist in every market. The trade-off is typically 5 to 10% below what the home might achieve with full preparation, but on a timeline that's 60 to 90 days faster, with zero energy required for prep. On a $400,000 home, that gap might be $20,000 to $40,000. That's real money. And for some people, that trade-off is absolutely worth it for the peace of mind and the speed. We'll run both scenarios so you can decide. One thing I want to be direct about, urgency does not have to mean leaving money on the table. I see people in difficult circumstances get pressured into below market cash offers from investors who are specifically targeting distressed situations. They come in fast, they offer certainty, and they make the number sound reasonable when it isn't. Even in an urgent situation, even when you need to move quickly, running your home through the market with proper exposure for 2 to 3 weeks almost always results in a meaningfully better price than an off-market cash offer taken out of desperation. I will never recommend that you sacrifice significant equity for speed unless the math genuinely supports it. Part of my job is to protect you from decisions made in a moment of overwhelm that you'll later regret. If you're in this situation right now, I want you to call me directly. The link in the description goes to my calendar, but if you need to talk sooner, my number is also in the description. You don't have to have it figured out before you call. You just have to make the call. One conversation. That's all it takes to turn something that feels impossible into something that has a plan. I'll see you next week for the final episode in this series, a video I made specifically for the adult children watching on behalf of a parent.